Let me do my little sound check, y'all. Why is it saying scheduled? That's my old live. Hold on. I'm trying to do the one that's live right now. Hold on. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. I'm not seeing it. That's not available. Oh my gosh. Like, come on. I'm trying to do my little hour and be gone. I can't find my live. There we go. Hey to the one person in the room. How y'all doing? It sounded good now, so. Hopefully it stays that way. And we can get this ball rolling, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't need no interruptions. I'm just real mellowed out, chill. I love my lip color. So let me get ready to do my little intro. And then I'm just gonna float this thing. I'm real mellowed out tonight. I ain't all hyped up like I was yesterday. It's been a long day, and then I have to get up early tomorrow. Hi, Tinks. I'm your favorite fairy. I'm your fairy gossip mother. I'm your best fairy friend, and I'm that Tink. Yeah. Bibbidi, bobbidi, boom. I decided to hop on this live. I know I'm risking it right now. It is currently, it's 11 p.m. where I'm at. It's a Friday, you know? And I know people are out. People are enjoying themselves. I know a lot of my favorite content creators, they've uploaded videos or they are live. So I'm taking a risk going live on this late on a Friday. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the room going to be looking like. I was a little, occupied early today handling, grown woman being nice. And what's going on? What is this? Okay, let me fix my light again. Hey to the 3 people in the room. How y'all weekend going? And yeah, if you can please, you can comment, like, share. Hey to the 26 people just jumped in. Subscribe and turn on your Tinker Bell notifications. Where y'all from? What we doing on this Friday night? It's 11 p.m. Friday. Hey, baby Saja lover. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Thank you. Please tap in. Tap in. Yes, let's get straight into the topic while I got some people in the room. Did y'all read what my subject said? I said some women were created to be hated. And what do I mean by that? I didn't have too many celebrity topics that I wanted to talk about because nothing was really just inspiring me to talk. I sub, thank you so much. Because Quinn say take your ass to bed. That's funny. They had here's your comment, but I read it. I will in about an hour. Hey, can you shout out the Chrome Boys podcast? Hey, Goblin, shout out to the Chrome Boys podcast. Soon I'm going to be having to charge for that, for a little shout out. You know what I mean? You're going to have to Cashapp that. Cashapp hotpinktink. No, I'm just kidding for now. But let me get straight into the topic. Some women were created to be hated, in my opinion. Like, I know there's this thing where people say, well, if you don't get along with a lot of people, especially if you're a female, then you're probably the problem. And although that I do believe that could be true, you know me, I like to play angel's advocate, I don't even like to say devil's advocate. I like to flip things. I like to look at stuff from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? And and give people the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes women can be nice to other females and they could just get cold treatment. You could walk in a room and be like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm Pink Tink. How are you? And you will get, I just don't like her. It's just something about her I just don't like. And I do feel like sometimes our energy can feel negative vibes and things like that. I do also feel like sometimes that negative vibe that you're feeling is just yourself and your own insecurities. And sometimes you just feeling that just because you want to feel that. Hi, thank you. You're so pretty. Can you say my name? Hello, Blake Mays. So I just feel like I have had situations where thank you. Shout out to the 37 people just came into the room. How y'all doing? Can y'all please tap the like button, please, if you liking what's going on. I don't have my typical background today with my Tink sign because the lighting is better sitting right here. But I am gonna give me a Tink logo to go right here. So when I switch it up, I just want the lighting to be good for y'all. I'm an amateur, but I'm trying. I'm ironing things out. And like some women are just meant to be hated on. Let me just really get into it. Let me just I got some notes here. And I just want to give some examples of how some women will just come at other women just because, like, they just gotta find something wrong with you. Like if you're considered to be don't be a pretty woman with good energy and attractive and you're nice, thank you, and you're kind, and it's like if you coming in and you smiling and you have a bright light, bright energy, you looking good, you turn heads when you walk in the room without even trying too hard. Some people be like, oh, she thinks she all that. Why? But then if you walk in a room with your head down, people be like, you need to pick your head up. You don't need to be insecure. But a lot of people like people that's insecure just so they can tell them don't be insecure. But they really don't want you to keep being insecure because it makes them feel secure. You catch my drill? And then they'll just try to pick you apart. It got to be something wrong with her. It got to be something wrong with this person. It got to be something wrong with this woman. Because I need to find something negative about this woman because to make me feel better. In all actuality, it's something wrong with everybody. You know what I mean? And that's just crazy. But that's what a lot of women unfortunately do. And we need to speak about it. All these girls, I would love it. But baby, that's just not what it is. No matter how hard they try to put it out there, a lot of these, it's not like that. Women in power, it's really not like that. It's about who can I use to get to the top for clout, who can I control. If they cannot control you and they cannot use you, then you are deemed useless. And then there's the other wild card. There's the woman who wants to be used and wants to be gloated on and wants to be the breadwinner, pay for everybody's stuff, and wants to be, let's use my car, and wants to be, let's come to my house and have the kickback. Some people like to be used, but not because they're just this good person. It's to have bragging rights and feel like they're the leader of the pack. So you got the person who likes to be used, the users, and the ones that feel like they can control you. And it's like, if it's not one of them three categories that you fall into, you probably gonna have a hard time fitting in. Anybody agree with that? Hi, Laura. Yeah. So let me give another example of how some women were just created to be hated. So if you don't fall into them three categories that I just named, you probably gonna be hated. If they cannot control you and make you do what they say, if you're not going to play the flunky, they're probably not going to like you. If you're not going to be the person who's going to be used and just let people walk all over you and be the people pleaser, they're not going to like you. If you're not going to let me wear your clothes and let me lend me some money, cash at me, and you probably not going to know. And if you cannot be the person who's asking, like maybe you are the person who's asking for stuff, so you might be the pretty girl that can get hated on, but since you are probably they'll consider weak or don't have as much financially, well, let's The other girl might feel like, well, she might look better and she might have this good energy, but she don't have what I have, and I have to help her, so that makes me better type energy. Thanks, Joe. So that's another example. And have y'all ever seen a woman, and I'm gonna say this because I look at stuff from two perspectives, and I be noticing stuff. And let me just say it like this. Let me take it back to like Cardi B and Offset. Y'all remember when like Cardi B and Offset would buy Cardi B all these roses and just give her like a hundreds and hundreds of roses and diamonds. She had a bad ring, a pink pretty ring that put the ring Kobe Bryant got his wife when he was cheating, R.I.P. Kobe, back in the day, to shame. And just getting her all of this stuff, and everybody just be like, girl, yes, 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 period, okay, period, poo. And same thing with Ari and Moneybagg Yo. When he get her stuff, the girls, they all in the comments saying this, that, and the third, and he bought her this and he bought her that. Okay. So, this what else I want y'all to pay attention to. And I'm just using this as a half of analogy, because these women do have money of their own too. But let me just put it into perspective so you can get what I'm finna say. You'll have girls in real life that probably work a job, but it's not, they ain't rich. The regular girls, the people that make the world go around. I'm not saying that as an insult. And they can have a man that's doing stuff for them. And then you will see women comment saying things like, I don't like no man doing nothing for me or paying my bills or doing this for me because he'll take it all back, or he'll try to control you, or he'll try to beat on you, etc., etc., etc. They'll say things like that. But when it's the other folks, they don't say all of that. Because let's be clear, Cardi B and Offset, tumultuous relationship. Lots of scandal, lots of cheating, lots of infidelity, a little fights with other women, blase. Moneybagg and Ari, we seen a video where he supposedly had snatched the wig off on the video. And Ari be crazy and aggressive. She was like that with her other exes. But they don't critique the influencers or celebrities. But these women actually don't have to put up with that stuff. Like, for real. Like, excuse me, y'all seen a little I got a wet mouth, excuse me. Get your head out the gutter. But these women actually have the means, the know-how, the connections, the network, and everything to not have to put up with it. I make too much money to have to deal with it. Hold on, y'all. My hands feel naked. Let me put my little rings on, because I do a lot of pointing, and I want it to be a little cute. Okay, so we back. Y'all staying with me. So these women can get their own real quick, real fast, in a hurry, and don't have to put up with anything. But you would tell your friend, now mind you, she works, she got a job now, but when you mix it with childcare, babysitting, bills, us dealing with inflation in the nation, it's not as easy to just move around like a Cardi B or something. So you really have to think about things. So let's just say she has a man that pays bills, providing, but he ain't doing all the stuff he's supposed to be doing either. But they'll be quick to try to get on the net and shame this woman or say little slick remarks about what she should and shouldn't do, and how they wouldn't let this man or a man pay their bills or do anything for them because the man might change his mind and then she ain't gonna have nothing. Meanwhile, let's talk about it, because people don't be talking about this side, because I'm gonna speak on a lot of stuff that people don't be speaking on. Meanwhile, she on Section 8, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me? But it's something wrong when you trying to downgrade somebody else. Like, you can't even have a man live with you, but you probably still have a man live with you, even though it's not lawfully correct, right? And you might not be trying to leave your Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why Trump's trying to implement these new laws with a 2-year stay on the government assistance, which I personally think that's not a lot of time. I think at least 5 years, you know, and that is subjective to if you have disabilities or something like that. But no, I don't feel like you should be living on there for 20 years and then you pass it down to your kids and it's 2 generations and ain't nobody else got a chance to get their money up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them like to throw around, well, the reason why I don't want a man doing them for me like that is because men can be abusive. How many women live on low income apartments in Section 8 that's being abused? Because it's a lot of them. Like, that is not the... How many women be staying with men after they should probably leave them? And they don't even have money. Like, they don't even have the men. My forehead is beautiful. Do you know that in certain African countries, since you said shut the fuck up, I can tap dance in that forehead. Do you know that in certain African countries that a woman having a big forehead was a sign of prestige and beauty? I love my Barbie doll forehead. Don't I look like a Barbie? I love my Tyra Banks big forehead. Isn't it giving supermodel? I love it. It balances out my face. It proportions my face. I love it. And no, I'm not going to shut the fuck up because this is my motherfucking channel. And you can get your ass up out of here because ain't nobody to tell you to come here. If you don't like what I'm talking about, then you can go. We going to the Bahamas, Trevino. But I'm finna hide your comment there since I done went off. Oh, I just hit the comment. Well, YouTube automatically had hid the comment, but then I just wanted to see what they said, so I addressed and I hid it again. I wish I did have a flight to catch tomorrow. So, yeah, like I was saying, they'll be getting, unfortunately, abused and dealing with a man who don't even have, but be trying to tell a woman with more what to do. And I just find that to be weird because then I feel like that's some hating type shit. Like, you trying to tell her to leave her situation. You won't leave yours. You'll mess with a broke man and ask your family for help and ask your friends for help or beg online for help and want to GoFundMe, or you doing OnlyFans and you doing all of this weird shit. And you might be bringing multiple men in and out your house. You know what I'm saying? And having men stay with you that shouldn't even be staying with you. But you'll tell a woman who got one person helping her that's probably the father of her kids, her husband, whatever, to leave. And I just feel like that be some hate. Like, that's just the type of stuff that women be doing. It's like, I just catch certain shit. And women always try to rag on a woman who has some type of help. But then they'll complain when men don't help. But then when a man help a woman, then they'll start to get on the woman case saying, he gonna do it. Men gonna do what they gonna do regardless. Whether they got money, they don't got money, they single, they mad, they gonna do what they want to do regardless. So if a woman choose, you know what, I'm gonna get me some help and get something out of it, then let her. Y'all arguing about where y'all gonna take me. Tell me y'all gonna take me on a jet and y'all gonna take me on a boat and you telling me it's supposed to be guac 3000, not Glock 3000 if you want to be precise. You gotta make sure you get your sexual, innuendos correct. Okay. But let me hide that comment. It's a hypocrisy for me. It's a hypocrisy for me, and that stems from that. My point is, there's no girls. If you're coming into the room, press like, it's coming from hate and control and trying to make a woman be indecisive and confused and feel bad about her potential blessing. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how she want to look at it, whether she going through some or not. It might be a blessing to her on some end. You get what I'm saying? And I just noticed that a lot of women do that. Like, it's crazy. Like, why does that bother you? Because I feel like that shouldn't even be something that you even comment on. It should not even be a topic of discussion if a woman is getting help. If they like they won't even say he's abusive. They'll just be like, he could potentially be abusive if he's doing stuff for you, and I wouldn't let no man do that, and I wouldn't do this, and I wouldn't stay. If she's staying with a man and that's what she doing, then I don't like a woman on Section 8 shouldn't be telling a woman on low income apartment about who she should be staying with, or a person that's staying with. Some of y'all are moving with y'all boyfriend parents or grandparents, and I just feel like at your big age, you 20, late 20, 30, like, why is that? That sound like some hate. Out of all the stuff that's going on in the world, it's certain women who really be abused. Some women really can live comfortably, and maybe she know how to fight, or maybe she'll fight back, or he gonna be cheating on her, maybe she cheats back, maybe they have an open relationship. But the crazy part is, everything you telling her what she will go through, they'll be going through it in their own shit. You got a man in your car cheating on you, driving the car around. You got a man living with you, and he beating on you. Make it make sense. That's like goes back to what I was saying with Cardi and all of them. Like, they could actually leave and don't have to put up with it. They got the money, but they still do it. That's insanity. That's crazy. Like, I also had on here define insanity. That's insanity. Sweep around your own front door. Let people problems be their problems. I don't condone no violence. I'm nobody need to be touching nobody. I don't need to be hitting on nobody. You know what I mean? We don't want that. But at the same time, don't be a hypocrite telling somebody what they need to be doing with their life, when at the end of the day, on their worst day, they probably living better than you. I'm just saying. Because you got to get to a point where you got to let people live their life. And that even goes for being a parent with your kids and everything, because being too focused on other people's life could drive you crazy. Now, sometimes you do be worried about people because you care about them, and that's understandable. You got to pray on it. But some of y'all be worrying about other people's life because y'all be hating. And if y'all had any chance to experience their life, you would trade it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because their worst day is better than your best day. And you know that. And that's why a lot of women will be throwing shots and saying little stuff about the women who be getting a little spoiled. Y'all be mad. Y'all be big mad. And I be catching it. Cardi B came from stripping though, right? Part of that culture. Yeah, she did. She started off doing that, and they'll glorify that. And I'm not speaking down on it. But girl, get your money, It ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? Make the money, don't let the money make you. They'll glorify stuff like that. And what is she doing? She's getting money from men. She's talked about doing some weird, you know what I'm saying? Let me show you what she was doing. I ain't gonna say it. She talked about a drink. She had a drink, right? And she talked about putting. Oh, don't look at that. That's a flower. And she talked about putting little substances in the drink. You know what I'm saying? Or to get money from men. Now, isn't that, hey L, dangerous? Couldn't that potentially put her in harm's way? Right? Couldn't that put her? But they glorify that. They don't critique it. But let you be married with a man that's paying bills and taking care of y'all kids, and they'll talk about you like a dog. I wouldn't let no man pay all my bills. I don't care if I am married. I couldn't do it. He probably gonna beat on you. He probably gonna do something to you. But then they'll glorify the stripper that's putting stuff in drinks, making men pass out, and just living this more promiscuous lifestyle. I'm not knocking either one. I'm not saying that any type of abuse is acceptable. I'm just telling y'all the scenarios and the things that I see and the culture that is glorified these days more so than a little bit more stability. You know, I'm not knocking none of that. I'm not knocking the independent woman who chooses to live on her own and take care of herself. What I'm saying is, a woman like me, I don't be judging. If you have to live on Section 8 to get your stuff together, ain't nothing wrong with it. But if you on there talking about somebody, and we know it's coming from a hatred place, then yeah, that'll make a good topic for my podcast. If you are a stay-at-home mom and you take care of your kids, I'm not knocking it. If you going to college and you going to school, I ain't knocking it. We are all different. What we define as success and happiness, everybody has different lifestyles and different choices on why they choose to do what they choose. Some of y'all go to work and push through like that. I'm gonna say it because y'all don't mind. Some of y'all have help with y'all kids, and some of y'all don't care about watching y'all kids and leaving them at home by themselves and what they doing, because a lot of these kids is raising themselves. A lot of kids raising themselves because everything is high. Everything is high. Everything is up. Inflation. Are you in a relationship? Yes. With God. So everything is high. I'm not going to tell you my business. Everything is up. You know what I'm saying? And people got to work. And it's like one income ain't doing it. There ain't too many relationships with people together working together because everybody want to be nonchalant, single, and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't a lot of two-parent households or two adult households. So yeah, these are things that is happening in society, and a lot of people have to leave their kids by themselves, and they raising themselves. They have a whole computer in their pocket, on them they at the hip, because back in the day when we was growing up, it wasn't like that. But now everybody got a phone on them, and they probably watching stuff they ain't supposed to watch. And then when you get home, you tired from work, and then you still got to worry about cleaning, cooking, especially if you're a mom. And they probably not doing everything they supposed to do because they too busy on the phone. Let's keep it real. Then they probably got a project, a school report. The teacher telling you need to come and help them study this, that, and the third, because they not doing too well and they need help at home. You too tired to even do it. They probably ain't even tell you it needs to be done. If they got a project, come on now. I know the parents know. They come to you last minute. I got a school project. When is due? Tomorrow. Why you ain't tell me? Like, you get what I'm saying? Team anti-screen here. What does anti-screen mean? And I was just doing another sound check. So how y'all feeling? Let me ring the bell. Wake it up, wake it up. It's almost midnight where I'm at. It's Central Time. Where y'all coming in from? Tap that light, tap that light. I'm doing a little freestyle today. I just had little random things on my mind, but somebody may relate. And the moral of the story is, do you, boo. Do you. Whatever works for you in your situation. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like leaving their kids at home alone by themselves like that. And ain't nothing wrong with it. And they're more hands-on. And it's sacrifices that they make. Some people don't have money for childcare. Childcare is expensive. And some people got more than one kid. And you got to pay for that. That's another bill. Some people, if they go to work and they put their kid in childcare and have to pay for it because everybody not on the list. Everybody not getting the little vouchers or whatever it is in your state, your city, your country. They'll have to be working to pay for childcare. So it's like that don't even make sense, right? Tablets for children. You say you team anti-screen. Got you. So you saying you don't let your kids just be on. But some of them they don't have a choice. And then they critique you for that. Then if you stay at home and you're a mom, they're going to critique you for that. You know, it could be a stay-at-home dad situation going on. You know they're going to critique him for that. You know that. So it's like, you can't win for losing. You have to do what you have to do. A lot of people is unhappy. A happy person not obsessed with other people's households like that. A happy person or a person that's content. You know what I'm saying? Because no one is happy all the time. For example, me, even if I'm not in a happy mood, I'm still not worrying about another person's household. And is she a stay? Do she work? Do she not work? Do she? I don't care. Like, I really don't. They care too much, and they always post stuff like that, and it's just negative, and it's just, I see it like it's bitter. It's to the point like I be like, I get sick of saying stuff like this. So you know what? What is the definition of insanity? Let's get into it. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results. You say 8, 19 a month for daycare. Oh wow. See, no, that's absolutely ridiculous, and it's just getting worse. Everything is going up, and more stuff is getting cut back. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna get real out here. It's gonna get real out here. I have a video on my page, and I was talking about some of these things. About 27 people watched it. Yeah. Yeah, I might want to check that out. And it's getting real, y'all. It's really getting real. So I don't knock people, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So for me, it's kind of like I'm starting to look at what are the social media norms? Like, what is the social media decorum? Because I don't know about y'all, but I do feel like we kind of living in this modern day Sodom and Gomorrah area. And I'm not trying to sound all, I'm not trying to sound all sanctified and, Pentecostal covered up long dress wearing. I'm a normal woman. I like to look sexy. You know what I'm saying? I give that. But it's becoming too much. It's everywhere. And then you really start thinking about stuff like that if you were a responsible parent and you have a teenager and it's like, they be wanting to be on social media and it's like everywhere it's all people sex. Like, do y'all folks ever have sex? Like, to me, that's kind of corny because, like, people who really having sex or people who have had sex or know what sex is about and had good sex, they're not talking about sex all the time online. The ones that do all that talking about it, they probably can't even, they probably don't even know what they doing. But, baby, you got to go offline and go learn and practice it. Like, it's ridiculous. Facebook then started getting like that. Now they be showing the word corn, the word right with that. You already know how X get down. I remember Snapchat was really doing it. I seem like they might have cut back. It's just everywhere. It's just ridiculous. Like, it disgusts me, okay? Like, we get it. And it's always somebody just overly sexualized, whether it's, and I like to look sexy sometimes too. I'm not knocking it. You see, but I'm just saying, like, some stuff is too much. Some stuff is too much. What's the social media norms and the decorum, the subjects people talk about, the stuff they be saying, like, it be a bit too much. It's just not no type of class. I mind a little edge, but it just be no type of, and I'm just like, what is the goal of social media at this point? I do understand that it's, but with OnlyFans, what's coming with that. That's like more private. You expect it, but I'm talking about the platforms where all ages are on there, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting ridiculous, and it's like, how much more of this do we need? How long is this gonna happen? Like, I had to really sit back. I'm like, I've been on social media for like 17 years. And what is it really doing for me? And I really just want to think about that because I'm like, I can, like, oh, well, you need to, I do like to know stuff that's going on. Like, if a tree fell down somewhere in my city and I want to know that it's a roadblock, I do like knowing stuff like that. I really do. I really do. But the grand scheme of things, like, oh, it's for to keep in contact with people. I'm like, well, that's why you have my phone number. That's why you have my number. And let's really get into the monitoring spirits. Some of them could be tapped in on my YouTube. I just started posting my, YouTube channel on like, social media. I've been stepping out the box. I've been trying to do stuff differently because I don't want to keep doing the same old, same old. But at the same time, I feel like this is where I'm really more focused on. And this is like a streaming platform / social media. And but I'm really been like thinking about going AWOL because I'm just like, it's the same old things. How many more pictures I'm gonna take? How many more? I have nothing left to really. I could care less because it's too judgmental. Anyways, it attracts monitoring spirits. People be judging you, trying to throw subliminals. Sometimes it be good, but it's more negativity more than anything. That's how I feel. And me personally, I just feel like there's no rules, there's no norms, there's no decorum. It's not enough of that. Who knows when that's gonna happen? I really don't want to keep up with everybody every day. So I'm thinking about just really leaving it alone because I've been on there for almost 20 years and it's just like I don't see the significance of people glowing about me personally. Like, how do you guys feel? I feel like I want to be more so focused on where I can express myself. This is a hobby. I can make money, and I want to keep the content instead of just my face will be on the content, but it's not just solely about me. Every now and then I might share some things with me, just like I'm sharing things with me now, but on a personal level, like where I live, what I'm driving, what I'm wearing, where I'm located, where I work at. I really feel like I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't feel like people deserve my energy like that. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not famous. I don't have to do this. I don't have to be, I don't have to keep up and be I don't feel like I don't you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like people be deserving my energy and to know what I got going on. I don't think they deserve to know that. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. If you want to know the closest you're going to know to what I got going on, come to my YouTube channel. That's the closest it's going to get. So I'm really thinking about just going, disappearing. How do y'all feel? Like, it's like high school forever. It's like people who never grow up. It's like the Never Never Land. And even though I'm cool with Peter Pan, because I'm Tink. You see it? You see it? It's backwards though. I want to grow up. I'm like Wendy. You got to grow up at some point. And yeah, that's how I feel. Now, if you making money off social media and you getting your coins and you getting your dollar bills, then I feel you. I get it because there's a lot of them. Or you have a business, because I've seen people say, well, I have a business and so I don't want to just leave off, of there. But I just feel like we like in our 20s, 30s, and it's still like high school mess. And you can get dragged into the foolishness. And there's enough foolishness in day-to-day life. Sometimes you have to deal with it on your job. It's like, yes, that's the reason I moved the family onto 6 acres of farmland. We keep to ourselves now and learn things, how things are traditionally done. And let me tell you something, that is amazing. I have thought about that. I still think about that, like moving away from my hometown and getting some land. And yeah, I've thought about that. I would love to get into more planting, gardening, especially in this economy. I just think like just knowing life skills and just based on our food and the way that they're poisoning us and just spraying all these pesticides and things on there, it would be nice to, have that as a skill. That's wonderful. I'm very like interested in stuff like that. I'm really more chill, like, and I just want to work on my green thumb, like live more of a chill, slow life. You know what I'm saying? But pop out occasionally. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live like if I move from where I'm at, I don't want to go way too deep out in the woods. Now, I ain't finna be out there with the grudge and whatever it is. I ain't gotta be too far out. But, a little past the suburbs, okay? Not quite in the city, And not way out in the boondocks, but a little, you know what I'm saying? A little equilibrium. Yeah. You know. Y'all have grapes, watermelon, chicken, and nut trees. That's what's up. That is what's up. I'm allergic to nuts. Get your mind out the gutter. Get it out of there. But yeah. I have some pumpkin seeds. Some like they have the roasted pumpkin seeds because I be eating those a lot. But I used to love to eat my like pecans and walnuts and stuff with my fruits. I think I've always been allergic to it. But as I got older, it came back with a vengeance in my 30s, and I can't. I know y'all do got some dollars. You must live in the country. We got a lot of Dollar Generals when I'm in too. They always been in the damn Dollar General. If I was to do a thumbnail, but I already got a thumbnail. I really like this lipstick. But yeah, that's how I feel. That's really how I feel. And I'm going back to what's the definition of insanity. It's like if you feel that way, you've been feeling that way, you've been thinking about this like for 20 years, and maybe it's time for you to do something a little different. And lately I have been doing certain different things that I don't normally do, and I just want to keep slowly but surely doing it. I am gonna want to like get all of my footage and pictures and stuff like that, but I can always deactivate and get away. But I am thinking about doing it because it's just like y'all don't deserve my energy, and y'all be getting on my nerves anyways. Like I got love for y'all, some of them, but I don't want to see y'all every day. And I don't need to care about how you living like every day. Because back in the day, when we graduated school, we'll see y'all when we see y'all, if we ever see y'all. Like we probably move, we might see you at a class reunion if we come. But I don't need to know everything you got going on. It's too much. We got too much unnecessary information processing in our brains too much. I don't need to know what you ate for lunch. I don't need to know who you beef with. I don't need to know these things. If you're not close to me, then I really don't need to know these things. But people so nosy that they just gotta know. You know what I'm saying? And I wish they had a social media app that was more so like, and I had thought of this. I was like, maybe I need to come up with these, but I ain't gonna pack and get my, whatever. I said it first here. So if you come out, you know I said it first. But like, because a lot of stuff that'll make you want to stay is like, they have like school updates on social media. And it's like, what if a parent is not on social media? What if a child lives with their grandparents? And you know, grandparents are not tech savvy and social media savvy like that. So what if the grandparent don't know that y'all randomly let the schools out early because of the weather? Because you assume they on Facebook and they were supposed to be looking like, or somebody told them. Everybody don't be talking to everybody like that. So you didn't send the emails and do the phone call. You just did it the what you could think is the easy way and put it on social media. So I wish they had like something for stuff like that, like important information for your city to know if you not on social media. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. And it's probably like just public and you can just click and see it, and you know, like something of that nature. That might make sense. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you can still be in the know, but nobody gotta know that you in the know. You know? That's just me. Cause I'm just over a lot of things. And yeah, I have to protect my energy. You understand? Speaking of which, I had my little holy water that I had created. I'm gonna make me some more. But I have to protect my energy. I really do. Cause it's getting real out here. It really is. And if you know, because the same bullshit they on today, they gonna be on tomorrow, they gonna be on the next month, They're going to be on the next year. They're going to be on the next year from that. It's like, how long we going to do this? How many more selfies? How many more pictures? How many more vacations? How many more this? How long? And I know it's like, well, this is entertainment, but it's very consuming. It's too much. I think I want to get back to reading books sometimes. My novels. Back in the day, I used to read my Harry Potter books, my Goosebumps, Babies to the Clubs books. Come on. My romance novels. I want to get back into reading. And I feel like if I put that down more, it would. I want to feed my brain with more information. That's just the vibe that I'm on. Call me boring. Call me old school. I don't care. I don't care. I don't follow. I just want to. I want to really sit down and start reading again. And then it might give me more things to talk about with y'all. And then it'll give me more time to increase I have noticed when I have taken like social media breaks that I get more productive in my real life. Not so obsessed with, I live in the moment more because you're not worried about taking a picture so you can post it because you ain't on there. And you just get more, like, I really watch a little bit more TV. And it's sad because I remember back in the day, it'd be like, y'all need to stop watching so much TV. You need to get active. You need to go outside. And I do need to go outside too because I want to get back to, exercising more and things like that, But now it's like, you need to get off your phone and watch TV. Because the thing with TV, especially when it's like TV, I'm not talking about streaming, but when you're watching something with substance, it has a plot, it has a twist, it has this, it has that, like other things to entertain your brain. Expecto patronum. What that mean? So yeah. If y'all could please comment, like, share, subscribe, and turn on your Tinkerbell notifications. I've been on here for about 45 minutes, and I'm enjoying. I am enjoying. I was kind of skeptical. Let me get my words right. I was kind of skeptical about addressing this topic because I'm a little mellow out. I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? I was debating should I even come on here because I didn't know if I have anybody in the room because it's a competitive hour. A lot of my favorite YouTubers are live. It's Friday. It's not the weekend. I used to do good numbers on the weekend. And I will be here on the weekend tomorrow. Well, today is 12 o'clock where I'm at now. Happy August 1st. Y'all, this year is rolling. Harry Potter, come on. Okay, let's I'm proud in the Sorcerer's Stones and all that. This year is rolling by. And speaking of which, because every time I talk, look at my light trying to go down. Don't do that. We ain't gonna worry about it. We got about 12 minutes on here. Everything I say, whenever I talk and I have my lives, it all like intertwines and comes back together. I love that for me. But what I want to say is, because it's like the second half of the year, and I was speaking on this, what's the definition of insanity and doing different things. Have y'all been keeping up? If y'all had the cliche New Year's resolution, what are they? Do you need to revise some things? Do you need to improvise some things? How is it going? And for me, just speaking on how I think I want to do a little social media cleanse. And it's August 1st. I feel like that'll be the perfect time to get started. It's a new month, new goals. Like, this will be the time. So I'm telling you, whoever listening, listen to me. Listen. It's time for you to get it together. It's time for you to get on your Zoom. The year's not over, but we heading. 2026 is almost here. I can feel fall getting ready to come, but it ain't over yet. Now it ain't over. You can make a comeback, and if you are doing what it is that you wanted to do and need to do, then congratulations to you. But I feel like somebody need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do what everybody else do. You don't have to listen to whatever everybody else be trying to say. Because sometimes people be throwing shade to throw you off your game. and get you off your tracks, and they just hating anyway, and they just want what you have, and they just wish that they can have your worst day. Your worst day could be their best day. Just remember that. You know what I'm saying? And if you been doing something that you know you need to switch, you need to go and make that switch. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Now, if you're going to be insane, just know the results. Because you can choose to be insane. But don't be expecting no different results. You feel me? Do that make sense to you? Am I clear to you? But yeah. That's what I really wanted to talk about. That's my tink talk for tonight. You know, I'm a little mellowed out. I got a little amped up. Hey to the 6 people that just joined. I'm Pink Tink. Hello. And if y'all just coming in, or I don't know if y'all popping in and popping out, jump in, jump out, turn yourself about. Y'all need to introduce yourself in the comments or press that like button somewhere right here. That's where it's at on my side. But I'm just chilling. You could be anywhere in the world. Chill with me, and I appreciate it so much. Let me stop. I'm getting a little sleepy. Like, when I get sleepy, I start getting a little loopy. And my eyes get low like I'm high. And I kind of be like sleep talking, but I'm awake. You understand? But, yeah, I was a little nervous about this live because, like I was saying, you have to, you know, sometimes you got to step out your comfort zone, because I was like, ain't nobody going to want to hear what I'm saying. I probably don't even make sense to nobody, because I be thinking a little different. But you know what? That's what the world might need. The world might need some different thinkers, and everybody don't have to be the same. And I have to remind myself, it's hard being original in a world full of sheep. It's hard being like that and being different in a good way and being weird in a good way. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy when people just assume that women act exactly like this. Like, I might have some similarities to a lot of women because I'm a woman, but that don't mean I'm exactly like everyone. I'm every woman. It's only me. Anything you want done, baby, do it naturally. Boom, boom. But yeah. Yesterday I had did my little list. And I think I want to do it again. This is my Read Me When color-coded Bible verses. So, I don't know what y'all believe in or what y'all got going. But, you know, this... we don't worry about all that. But, I basically... Come, bibbidi-bobbidi, boom. Y'all don't laugh at me. They don't want to come. This one I want to come out. And you know what? Tonight we're gonna pick two. So I want you to choose a number, 1 or 2, and that'll be the one for you. So okay, let me close my eyes and pick. Okay, we got an orange one. I think one fell on the floor. So this is number 1. If you choose number 1, this is the message. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. Isaiah 41:10. Hey, Mojo. Boom. Bow. And this mood is anxious. So somebody might be feeling a little anxious because that's what it says. I know it's backwards, but bear with me now. Bear with me. Thank you, Mojo. This verse, this for whoever picked this and whoever anxious, this is your word. You can take this and rewind this track and make it go. Yeah. Sparkle, sparkle. Now, oh, you like my voice? I feel like I be sounding a little cute sometimes. Then sometimes I be extra country, but then I might try to talk a little low and keep it a little, yeah. Let me stop. Thank you though. So now we finna do, not while we doing Bible verses. Oh, forgive me. Let me do the second one if you number 2. Hold on, let me close my eyes. No cheating. What color I think I'm gonna pick? I don't know. A yellow? No, I got a blue. Okay, bam. So if you pick number 2 and you got the blue, your mood is sad. So what? How much time we got? Let's do 3 of them. Thank you. Let's do 3. We gonna bump this up. So we just gonna make it. If you laying on here, this your word. Like I said, I don't know what you believe in, but take this with a grain of salt. Anything can be interpreted in your life in some type of way. It's not, you don't have to be so specific. Told y'all about all that labels and stuff. Watch my live from yesterday, you'll know. And now these 3 remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. And you got Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13. That's number 2. If you feeling a little sad, that's what the emotion have on here. So somebody might be feeling sad. They just hopped up on here and need to hear this. I'm just winding down, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to pick the same ones. Sorry you have to leave, or I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you subscribed. I will be back here tomorrow. I popped myself. I'll be back tomorrow. So you have a good night. Sparkle. I got a couple more. I'm gonna do one more. So if you on here, I'm gonna pick from this, and I'm gonna read you. P.S. Peace and blessings, art of mine. I got these. I pulled them out, and I'm finna pick another one. We're just having a little fun just before I wrap this up. Okay, we got another one. Somebody sad. Y'all sad on here tonight? Y'all sad this? What time it is? Well, it's a.m. over here on me. It's the morning. So the blue is for sad. So if you pick number 3, you got the blue. You can't rewind it. I'm doing 1 through 3, and it's the last one. Y'all want me to do another one? Put a 1 in the chat. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. Psalms 34, 17 through 18. Somebody brokenhearted and somebody crushed in spirit. So I hope that this helps you out. If you're feeling sad up in here, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're feeling what's going on, like, You have to go to the hospital because my bullies injured your kid, your dogs. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for the hearts. Somebody feeling this message that I just read, and I know it. That's why it's put on me to say it. Don't be shy. You can press the like button. If y'all wanted me to do one more before I go, I will. Somebody put a 1 in the chat. If not, I'm gonna leave it at that. I done breaking my rubber bands. Let me know. Going once. Going twice. Yeah, my silent watchers. But yeah, that was cute. That was fun. I liked the flow. I liked it. I love that every live is kind of like a different vibe. Y'all didn't have to leave yet. I ain't gone yet while y'all just hopped out the room because I said I was getting ready to go. I think I dropped one on the ground. Yeah, I did. It was the green one. Oh. But nope, that was my chair. I did not. If y'all heard that, that was my chair, and that was my chair again. But yeah, that's funny. So I'm almost finna get ready to go tomorrow. Goodbye. I enjoyed this talk. Move, bug. Get out the way. You monitoring spirit. If you just tuning in, I'm Pink Tink. Please like, comment, share this live. I only got 2 likes. I don't appreciate that. For now, when y'all be up in here just watching me, but y'all don't be hitting that, I'm gonna just sit here like this. And I'm gonna give face Tyra Banks. Okay. Give a little. Okay. Because y'all wrong for that. But nah. Good night, y'all. I will be back tomorrow. Later on tomorrow. Like probably like 11 Central Time. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I like my look. It's giving. Let's one more time. Hold on, wait. Let me stunt a little bit. It's giving. Okay, 2000s, Y2K. Mate, yeah, it's giving. All right, let me stop playing. Bye, y'all.